very cute. I'm melting. Not the Delulu. I mean, I guess sometimes the Delulu is the Salulu. I'm gonna get diabetes, y'all. Y'all about to give me some diabetes. Oh my God. There is so much sugar. It is so sweet. Ugh. Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Sleeeeepy. If you are returning, I missed you, sleepyhead. If you are new here, it is nice to meet you, cutie pie, and welcome to the hub of all things oh so cozy and oh so sleepy and oh so sweet. Today we are going to be playing. This has been on my list since May. I don't remember, but it's been on my list forever, and I am so excited. I'm so excited. Is it wrong to kiss the Bracken? This is a fun little game that is, you know, playing at the shoujo anime tropes. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. It's gonna be really cute. We're fine. We're fine. I'm excited. You're excited. Let's do it. Greetings, employee. Current registered members of the crew. Larry, he, him. As part of the regular protocol, please enter your first name to log in the ship system. Hey, sleepy. Because I'm so sleepy. 5 E's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Is sleeper correct? Yes. Pronouns. She, her. Type your favorite enemy into the console. My favorite enemy? I'm gonna say Shadow the Hedgehog. I don't know. I'm confused. My favorite enemy. Myself.
Stop it. Get some help.
You entered the Bracken. Is that correct? No, it's not. It's not correct. No. Maybe. Yes. That's so rude. I loved every second of that. Thank you. Day 1. I was hoping for a fresh start, but I'm just in debt. I sigh as I jump off the side of the rickety ship, boots kicking up the flurry of dust. Another day. Another nickel. This is the best I can get. A rundown job doing God knows what in the middle of buttfuck nowhere in a desperate attempt to pay off my student debt. I collect scrap, drop it off, and receive payment, rinse and repeat. Sighing, I unlock my phone to check my main group chat. It's my only solace keeping me going in this monotony. Which is sad, now that I think about it. Not Hot Monsters Simp Chat. Oh my god! Affectionately named the Hot Monster Simp Chat. They've asked me to keep them updated during my assignment while on this moon. I I scroll through the chat and peruse the usual flood of way too sexy monster pics before typing out my response. Hey-o! Landed safely. Immediately, I get a ping back from Ori. Of course she would be the one to reply the quickest. If you see the hot monsters, kiss them. I laugh and type out a response. This isn't fantasy stuff like Marheus Hora from Elder Pyrus. I don't want to die. Another friend responds with a fake crying gif. Chuckling to myself, I lock my phone and stash it into my pocket, turning to my teammate. What's the status? Larry with his bunny ears? Not Larry with the ears. Larry turns and brandishes his clipboard. We haven't worked together before, but people back in HQ says he's easy to get along with, which rings true so far. Plus, he's a great navigator and has experience with the freakish weather patterns common on alien moons. Everything looks good. Weather shouldn't be too bad for the duration we're here. Although, my calculations, there's an 88% chance of a storm happening tomorrow morning. Oh, should we set the shields up? No, let's do it later. We can grab some scrap inside and then set it up when the sun's not too harsh. Nodding, I strap on the essentials, a flashlight, and a walkie-talkie. When they're secure across my shoulder, I grab a shovel. Thanks, Larry! Luckily, we shouldn't be here for too long. The quota isn't much this time. Larry nods and gathers up his flashlight and shovel before jumping off the side of the ship, kicking up dust as he lands. I follow, looking up toward the looming building ahead. Experimentation, an abandoned moon that once held life. Not very dangerous compared to the likes of other moons like Dine or Titan. I turn to Larry. We should be careful. Always am. I like Larry. I huff as I stagger back towards the door, holding a large crate of bottles in a bowl, my shovel balanced precariously on top. Larry? I'm carrying stuff back to the ship. I'll hop on the terminal for a bit after. Okie dokie, pineapple pokey. Larry. But, oh, there's a pumpkin! It's a pumpkin! Happy Halloween! I organize the current loot we have and do a quick scan. 80 credits, not bad for the first haul of the day. While I'm there, I jump on the terminal, bringing it up the monitor to check Larry's location. Nothing around you at the moment, Larry. I keep an eye on his little dot walking around in the dark. Then I see it. Larry, be careful. Something's in the vent adjacent to the hallway. Crap, flashlight's about to die. I can guide you, just be quick, okay? Okay. You can get me out, right? Yeah, I can do this. I watch the red blimp on the map slowly advance towards Larry. Approaching your 6, hurry. I watch on the monitor as Larry turns around and whatever is coming up behind him freezes in place. Larry? You okay? Fuck. I think I'm done for. What is it? My voice shakes. New creature data sent to the terminal. It isn't moving. I've scanned it. My fingers fly across the keyboard, bringing up the file. I quickly skim the file. Danger level, 80%. Coil heads have not been studied extensively due to their extreme unpredictability. Just stare at them or use a stun gun. Oh, I think if you keep your eyes on it, it won't move. What? Like some weeping angel bullshit? Yeah, hey, it'll be okay. I can see you on the monitor, remember? I'll guide you out. Okay. Yeah, okay. Let's do this. Sorry for yelling. No, it's okay. You're all good. Go straight backward. Keep one hand on the wall and take the first right. I need to get Larry out of here. Larry staggers backwards, slowly rounding the corner. The coil head springs forward at breakneck speed before freezing once it's in the line of sight. Crap. I know. I'll get you out, I promise. Several more instructions and words to comfort. Later, Larry is almost out of the labyrinth sprawl in the hallways. Suddenly, a second red dot appears from a nearby vent. Larry, something's in the vent a few hallways down, but we're almost there. Just keep moving. The dots rush towards Larry. I need you to walk fast. You're just 2 turns away. Larry's speed picks up. Oh, the second red dot makes contact! I'm sorry. I'm hurt. The second red dot makes contact. 3 things happen. I see Larry turn. The coil head rushes towards him. And finally, the walkie-talkie activates. But all I hear is a sickening spring sound. Larry? You there? Please say something. Hello? Silence. I shut off the terminal. I couldn't do it. I feel sick. Hours pass and I remain on the floor, slumped over my head resting on the terminal. Go home with the autopilot, grab the remaining cargo. Save your game. There is no go get Larry option, so I'm going home. I'm leaving. Picking myself up, I hurry to the autopilot and launch the program. The ship takes off, routing back to the company building. A few days later, the company wasn't happy with my early return, but seemed to placate it when I offered some of my own savings to cover the remaining $40. They gave me a warning and bundled me into another ship with a new crew and a higher quota. I'm scared of what happened if I fell again. I look outside the windows of the ship, staring at the passing stars and then rest my head against the glass. Is this how it's gonna be forever? Ending 1. Nothing changes. Larry! I guess we gotta go grab that cargo. I should grab the items at the entrance. I slowly make my way to the front doors of Experimentation Site Building. Every step up the ladder is an ordeal as I heave my sluggish body up the rungs. I drag my feet across the dirt before pushing the door open with a loud creak. I gather the items left at the entrance, my muscles achy and slow with fatigue. A laser pointer, a crystal, and a jar of pickles. Not the pickles. What was that? What was that? I look up. And make eye contact with a dark shape looming in the corner watching me. Alright. Oh! I fly into a panic, scrambling back against the door as it steps into view. He's kinda, tall, humanoid, and dark in color with glowing white eyes. Several leaf-like structures protrude from its back. Its eyes widen and it takes a step forward. I need to distract it. My fingers grasp the crystal and toss it at the creature. It falls short, landing at its feet. It stops, staring at the gem as it skids to its feet with a cluttering sound. I take the chance to escape through the front door and sprint back to the ship. Why is he cute though? He said, he's giving a hug. I don't sleep well that night. Day 2. Do you love the Bracken and its 2-hit multi-attacks? There's a dog outside barking and it won't stop. It took 20 minutes for the dog to leave. Okay. I'm awoken by the horrific sound of the aircraft shuddering. It creaks loudly as if the metal plating is barely holding together. The storm! In my state last night, I forgot to set up the protective shields. Crap! The ship rattles as the storm batters the metal exterior. I hear something tearing and landing the ground with a heavy thud. I have no choice but to wait till the storm subsides. Bunkering down in my cot, I wrap myself in a blanket. The wind tears at my ship's exterior. The entire ship creaks and shakes, pebbles making horrific clanging sounds against the sheet metal. I check my phone to see if I can at least talk to my friends in the Hot Monster Simp group chat. No signal. Great. I cover my ears, close my eyes and wait. Whichever claims me first, sleep or the storm, it can find me here. Oh. Several hours later. After checking to make sure the weather is safe, I head outside to assess the damage. Oh god, I'm scared. Well, crap. The ship is battered. The satellite on top is torn clean off and upside down in the dirt. There's a dark black viscous liquid draining out of the fuel tank. Oh no, we're stuck. I rush inside to check the terminal, comms, and autopilot. Offline flashes on the screen in bold red letters. Damn it! I slap the terminal in frustration. Immediate regret sets in and I cradle my hand. Oh no. I need to find some way to repair this ship, or I don't want to think about that or. Maybe I can find something usable inside the building. I'm not too worried about food, given that there's a water source and some edible flora and fauna in the planet. I'm more worried about what lurks inside that building. But given that Larry and I were the only two on this assignment, and Larry's gone, I have no choice but to face whatever's in there. Alone. I spend the first part of the day inside the building, sticking close to the front exit and fire escape. At least, if anything comes for me, I have a chance of bolting. I avoid the labyrinth of hallways, for now. But something feels strange, like something is watching me. I know it can't be Larry, but I don't want to think of it being anything else. I'm just paranoid. It's understandable after what happened yesterday. There's nothing there. I mutter to myself, hell-bent on deluding myself so that I can keep it together. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. I head back the way I came and stop. There's something on the floor. A bolt sits on the ground alongside a laser pointer. Huh? I don't remember seeing these. I must have missed them or dropped them. I'm so tired. I just didn't realize it, I guess. I pick up the items and head into the front door, depositing them outside before re-entering the building. Looks like I've cleared the front area. It seems like it's time to go further in. The bolts are useful and the sheet metal too, so if I can find more, maybe I can make some repairs. It's the Bracken giving us little stuff to help our ship, because that's cute. He's pebbling. He's pebbling like penguins. I flick on my flashlight, grip my shovel, and step into the labyrinth of hallways. I'd made sure to open the necessary blast doors beforehand, so it was easy to move around. An hour passes dully, and I sigh as I stumble over my 6th key. Can I just get something useful? That's when I hear it. The shrill creak of rusty hinges as a vent opens. I'm stressed. I turn around and bolt towards where I desperately hoped is the exit. It's not. Where's the exit? Where is it? Crap, 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 crap. I turn down the corridor after corridor, the echo of my footsteps far too loud. A chill grips my spine when I realize it's not just my footsteps thundering down the hall. I turn. A horrific twang fills my ears, and I stare into the worst thing imaginable. The pale body, unnaturally stiff arms, and a large coil topped with a banged-up mannequin head. Crap. It came right to me. The coil head that killed Larry towers over me, its head bobbing menacingly. That's actually kind of funny. Just... No, I'm stressed. As if fate was written to laugh at me, my flashlight flickers before going out. I'm screwed. I'm gonna die on some distant moon working a crappy job that pays peanuts without ever making a dent in my overgrown student debt mood. I'll never get to talk about how mitochondria fine orb Z is hot with Ori and Chube ever again. Help. I can barely get my voice above a whisper. Not that it would matter. There's no one to hear me, no one to help, even if I could be heard. I whimper and take a step back, my hand shaking as it traces the rough brick. Step by step, I move backward, trying desperately to remember my way out. My fingertips scrape against the wall in desperation, and my eyes focus on the camera in the darkness. But the further I get, the less sure I am that I'm squinting at anything. Around the corner, the coil head appears in my line of sight at breakneck speed. The sound makes me jump. I start crying. The sound of its spring bounces off the walls aggressively. I can't do this. I'm done. I can't even say goodbye to my family or my friends. I take another step and stumble backward, falling. I close my eyes. I hear a loud crunch and my eyes fly open. The coil head hasn't made it to me. Something is keeping it at bay. It's my Bracken boyfriend! An aggressive growl reverberates off the walls, and gradually I make out the outline of a tall, black humanoid gripping the coil head. Its claws rake down the creature with a sickening tear. The other monster that I saw yesterday, the one I tossed loot at. I stare at the scene, unmoving and dumbfounded. Oh, he is huge. The creature crushes the coil head's arms in its strong grip. I watch in fascination as the leafy tendrils on its back straighten into blades. Oh, that's really cool. They extend, surging around the coil head and then stab into it. I don't dare breathe. Maybe it doesn't see me. You gonna do the crumple? Yeah. Then a dull spring sound followed by a thump makes my eyes bulge. The creature ripped the coil head's head off. A hissing sound fills the air as the coil head's body behind shudders and crackles, emitting flames and a strange gas. Now's my chance. I attempt to scramble to my feet, wincing as a sharp pain shoots up my ankle. Oh no. Crap. I must have heard it when I fell. I start dragging myself forward, terrified. I just need to get far enough away so that the world flips upside down. My feet no longer touch the ground. Strong arms cradle me as my surroundings pass in a blur. Whatever has me, we're running from the exploding coil head. When I open my eyes again, I'm back at the entrance. I'm placed gently on the ground, my back resting against the exit door. He doesn't have to treat me so gently. The leaf-adorned creature crouches over me, looking almost concerned. Wait, why are there petals? That was hilarious. I'm trembling. I don't know what this creature is. Is it purring? Hi. It shifts closer and my eyes widen. Panic and smack it with a shovel. We're gonna stay calm. We're gonna stay calm. I want to kiss the Bracken. I stay frozen, maintaining eye contact as it gently trills, its claws coming up to softly grip my chin, turning my head from one side to the other. Are you checking if I'm hurt? It pauses and purrs as if to say yes. This means yes. I demonstrate by nodding my head and then shaking it. And this means no. I watch as it makes a soft, inquisitive sound. Before pointing to me and nodding tentatively. He's so cute! Oh, thank you. It chirps. I try to stand, but my ankle still hurts. I yelp as it gathers me in its arms again. Hey, you don't have to. Oh. Sunlight hits my face as it opens the door and walks outside. The realization that the monsters could and can go outside does not make me feel any better. I curl up and lean my head against its chest as it steps over to the ledge. It emits a worried trill before cradling me closer. Then it jumps off the ledge, landing with a thud. The sound that escapes me is somewhere between a gasp and garbled scream. God, warn me next time! It rumbles apologetically, one of its claws rubbing softly back and forth on my skin. He's so sweet! Maybe it shouldn't be soothing, but it is. The creature walks towards the ship, stepping on the ledge without using the ladder. It sets me down on my sleeping cot before standing back up. Oh. Now that I get a good look at it, it's quite big. I look down. Everywhere. I see. I flush and look away from the substantial bulge. The group chat would have a field day, and I can almost hear Ori screeching. They told me to kiss a creature, so I'm doing it. If only the hot monster simp chat could see this now. The creature cocks its head. Huh? Oh, it's nothing. Just talking to myself. Its shoulders relax. So, I don't mean to be rude, but what are you? The creature perks up, confused. Give me a moment. I step over to the terminal and check the databank. The bestiary still works. Okay, hold still. The creature stands straighter and doesn't move, and I chuckle. You're kinda cute. He's very cute. I'm melting. Okay. You're kinda cute. I began to skip. I need to talk to Miss Yenny. Because why would you make something so adorable? I can't take it. I bring my scanner up. It stiffens and pulls back, its stance becoming defensive. Oh no, I'm sorry, I should have warned you. I lower the scanner. It won't hurt you, I promise. It'll just help me know what to call you. The creature relaxes a little. I activate the scanner and it blips. New creature detail. New creature data sent to terminal. Let's see here. A Bracken, so you're a plant? It nods, the little leaf on its head bobbing. Exhibits high aggression. You don't seem very aggressive. I love him. Look at him. Look at him. He's just a baby. I let out a soft rumble. I guess you're different than most. Thank you for saving me, by the way. I stretch out my hand and it looks at me, confused. Embarrassed, I withdraw my hand. I shuffle awkwardly for another moment before a yawn escapes me. I'm exhausted. Today was a lot. For the third time today, the Bracken scoops me up into its arms. Hey! It deposits me onto my sleeping cot, this time pulling the blankets up over me, including my head. He's so cute. I laugh. I appreciate it, but blankets usually don't go over the head. It wraps its arm around itself. Is that a blush? Oh, God, he's so cute. But really, thank you. I smile with gratitude and watch the color deepen. Almost definitely a blush then. It awkwardly shuffles out of the ship, nodding quickly before turning and heading back to the building. I listen to the howling from the eyeless dogs abruptly quieting as the Bracken emits an aggressive growl. The blast doors shut and I settle into a deep sleep. It's a cutie pie. Not kiss kiss fall in love! I wake up to the squawking of the manticoils outside and sit up, stretching my arms. Wow, I slept well. I quickly brush my teeth, eat a granola bar, and chug some water. Mood. I'm gonna need more sheet metal today if I'm gonna repair this ship. I open the blast doors, shielding my eyes from the harsh sun. Grabbing my flashlight and shovel, I step out onto the metal platform. As I trudge over the ladder, I spot the Bracken from yesterday sitting on the edge of the upper platform. I wave at it and chuckle as it sits back, confused. I don't suppose it knows human greetings. I quickly ascend the ladder and jog over to the tall black cryptid. I can't help but relish the soft grumbles it emits as greeting. Are you waiting for me? A soft rumble tells me the answer is yes. I smile. I've been smiling this whole time. I'm like... I head inside the building, and to my surprise, it follows behind me. The first hour is spent gathering scrap in complete peace. No monsters approach us, and the Bracken even points out scrap to me, and it brings me items on its own. He's like a little puppy. He like a cute guard dog. I laugh, and the Bracken emits a soft, happy rumble. I want a keychain. Can I have a keychain? Give me a Bracken keychain, please. I take a step forward, but my foot catches on something sticky. I fall straight into a giant spider web. I try to break free, but it gets more tangled. The hair on the back of my neck stands as I hear a gross, skittering sound. A giant spider appears from the hallway and barrels towards me, but I have a big Bracken. I kind of like it just saying spider. The hair on the back of my neck stands up as I hear a gross, skittering sound. A giant spider appears from the hallway and barrels towards me. I freeze. Fortunately, I told the company that I had arachnophobia before I started. I scream anyway. It doesn't even get close. He said, Spider. I hear a sickening rip and squelch as the Bracken launches itself forward, bringing its foot down to stomp on the spider's head. Ugh. Its clawed hand holds onto the spider's several legs in its grip. The spider screeches before shriveling into itself. The Bracken returns quickly, eyes furrowed in concern as it gently cuts me from the web with its sharp talons. This is the second time you've saved me. What could I do without you? I laugh weakly as the Bracken gently grips my shoulders, leaning down to my eye level and chirping. Die, I suppose. I'm okay, because of you. We ain't hugging him, platonically. I hear a soft, anxious sound emitting from the Bracken's chest. Its body trembles as its claws reach for me. Hey! It whines and steps closer, looking down over me. I move closer, wrapping my arm around its middle as it stiffens. Hey, it's okay. I'm okay. See? It steadies as one of its arms wrap around my waist, tugging me closer to its body. I love him. I feel the gentle press of its claws cradle the back of my head as it nuzzles my hair. 1-800 get me a Bracken. Nothing happened, because you were here to protect me, remember? I feel it nod and press me impossibly closer. I rub gentle circles against its back with my hand. Thank you for keeping me safe. It stops trembling, emitting a soft purr instead. After a while, I untangle myself from its arm, giving its hand a soft squeeze. I move to pick up my scattered items, and I watch it heap a bunch of scrap into its large arms. I think I'll head back early for today. Could you give me a hand? It nods enthusiastically, and we head to the exit to grab the rest of our scrap. We drop off the last of the scrap on the ship. The Bracken gently places down several V8 engines it was carrying on its own. Sir? V8 engines? Okay. Having you has been a great help. Its soft trill makes me smile, and the creature bends down to me and pat me on the head gently. It's only 4 p.m., so I've got some time before it gets scary. It points to itself, a low growl emanating loudly enough that I can feel it buzz through the air from its place beside me. Are you saying I'm safe with you around? Not the danger spirals. A soft rumble and a tentative nod. I don't doubt it, but we should be careful nonetheless. Oh, that reminds me. Let me teach you some greetings and stuff. The creature leans back slightly, turning its body towards me inquisitively. Come along, we'll sit somewhere a little nicer. I motion the Bracken as I exit the ship, climbing the nearby ladder to the top water tank. I sit on the edge, facing the sun and letting the warm rays bask us in the golden glow. The Bracken plops itself down next to me, a pleasant sound rolling from its chest. Okay, so this means maybe I spend the next hour or so teaching it different greetings and gestures. So waving is how we say hello, but this is also how we say goodbye. I explain while demonstrating the movement and laugh as it mimics my actions. You already know what nodding and shaking your head means. What else can I teach you? We don't do platonic around here. Let's demonstrate a high five. Romantically. The romantic high five. Oh, high-fiving is a show of friendship and victory. I hold its hand up and gently clap mine against it. See? I hold my hand up again, and this time it reaches forward, but instead of a quick tap, it intertwines our fingers together and leans closer. He got some riz. I can't. He has like the most riz I have ever seen. I want that. Okay. He has the most riz I've ever seen. Oh my god. Its body draws closer to mine. That means something different. My face feels hot, and it doesn't let go. It leans in closer, bringing its face to my eye level. God, it really is cute. Might even be better than the brain flare from Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3. I jump a little as its free arm wrapped around me, hand pressing against the small of my back. Alright, Rizzy Riz, Mr. Rizzler the Twizzler. He's so stinking cute. It presses our foreheads together, and a hum reverberates quietly from its chest. Here, let me. I bring both my hands up to cradle its face gently, before pressing my lips into its mouth. This is how you show you like someone, as more than a friend. The Bracken emits a high-pitched sound before it surges forward, brushing against my lips again. It's so cute. It pulls me closer, one of its hands gently gripping my shoulder. One of my hands slides down its shoulders, then down towards the corded muscles to stroke its forearm. We stay here for a while, kissing in the warmth of the setting sun. He doesn't even got any lips, but that was the best kiss I ever had. It's getting dark. The Bracken nods before pointing at me and then at the ship. I should, but hanging out with you is fun. I hear a soft rumble as the Bracken tugs my sleeves, motioning to the setting sun and then back to the ship. Yeah, I know, I should get back. It gets dicey at night. It sadly nods. I'll see you tomorrow. First thing. Give me one. Give me one. I'm dying. I am literally dying from how cute he is. This is such a cute game. I'm dying. I'll see you tomorrow. First thing in the morning. I stand and stretch my limbs before climbing down the ladder and heading back into the ship. I watch the Bracken, wondering if it'll follow me, but it instead walks towards the building. It waves, and the moment is a little awkward, unsure. Good night! I wave back as it walks back inside the building. Back inside the ship, I seal the blast doors and set out of my suit. I eat a couple more granola bars before showering and brushing my teeth, flopping straight onto my cot right after. Our shipmate is dead and we just flirting with the Bracken. I still don't have signal yet, so I can't inform the hot monster simp chat, but my makeout session with a strangely hot monster I'm acquainted with on this distant planet. So I can't inform the hot monster simp chat about my makeout session with a strangely hot monster I'm acquainted with on this distant planet. Thinking about the Bracken again, I blush, tracing my lips with my fingers. This is wild. This is wild. That night, I dream of soft kisses, claws gently holding me, and a cute 7-foot plant monster. That's a mood. Day 4. Am I delusional, or can I really be happy in this new world? Not the Delulu. I mean, I guess sometimes the Delulu is the Salulu. The Delulu is, that's the title. That's gonna be the title. The Delulu is the Salulu. Kiss the Bracken. A gentle knocking rouses me from my slumber. As I sit up, I realize it's a faint thunking noise rapping against the ship's blast doors. I drag myself over and open the blast doors. Instead of the sun hitting my face, I swallowed by the large shadow of the Bracken, bending down to fit inside the frame of the door and one claw hand grasping at the top edge of it. He's a big boy. Hot. Hi! Couldn't wait for me to show up, huh? The Bracken nods, the movement a little more sure and practiced than yesterday. It ducks slightly and steps into the ship. It makes an inquisitive sound. I'm not sure what to do today. I guess we could take the day off work and just hang out here? An affirmative purr makes me laugh. It's been a while since I've taken a day off. Come to think of it, I haven't explored this planet much. Wanna go check it out? The affirmative chirp greets my ears. We set off to explore the building's surroundings. I point out the mana coils, watching them skate around oddly with their wings spread out. The Bracken chases off a baboon hawk as it gets too close, and I laugh as the offending creature bounds away squawking. We even come across several random giant pumpkins just sitting there. Alright. Huh. So it's exactly like the pumpkins on Earth. Just huge. I cut a wedge of the pumpkin and stash it in my bag. I can roast pumpkin for dinner tonight. Wait, do you eat? I watch the Bracken cock its head to the side and shrug. I mean, if you're a plant, you photosynthesize, I guess. It shrugs again. Well, yeah, I still need to eat, so I'm cooking this tonight. It makes a soft chortling sound, its shoulders shaking again. Are you laughing at me? It nods.
Ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't.
Y'all, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to finish this video because it's too cute. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to finish this because it's too cute. Look at him. Look at him. He's just a good boy. I want one. Give me one for Christmas. If you guys love me, everybody chip in and get me a Bracken for Christmas. It nods and I can't help but laugh too. I'll have you know, eating food, although annoying, is a great time. You can have so many wonderful dishes. Oh, it rolls its eyes as if telling me I'm the one with a skill issue. Rude. You're getting cheeky, aren't you? I yelp as it pokes me in the side. Don't play with me. Don't play with me, Mr. Bracken. After a couple of hours of exploring, including checking out a random house that looks like it spawned out of thin air, we head back to the ship. Alright, let's get this party started. Not the dinner for two. We head inside the ship and I busy myself with seasoning and roasting the pumpkin. You can make yourself at home, you know. Have a look around. It wraps its arm around my waist instead, holding me close. Y'all making me fall in love with a Bracken. So mad. I blush. The scene is oddly domestic and I'm surprised at how much I like it. I wonder if I could stay like this forever. I press myself back into its chest as it bends over to rest its chin on my head. Give me a himbo, Bracken. We then sit at the little table and chat while I eat. It pokes fun at me now and then. Yeah, you can just stand in the sun for sustenance. It makes a little chortling sound again. You're lucky you're cute. I don't let anyone tease me like this. Yes, I do. I love it, actually. I swear it's beaming with happiness. I finish up eating and wash the dishes, my thoughts constantly drawn back to the hot monster inside my ship. How would a relationship between us work anyway? I mutter quietly to myself as I dry the dishes and put them away. My eyes flick to the terminal in the corner of the ship. Wiping my hands on the small towel, I shuffle over to the machine. Tapping in the keys, I bring up the Bracken's file on the bestiary again and scroll through. Does it... fuck? The Bracken is a highly intelligent plant life form. No scientists have observed more than one Bracken living in the same space at one time. It is unknown if it reproduces. Why am I even looking this up? I feel like I'm being intrusive. We could just ask him. We could just ask. A soft twinkling sound comes over my shoulder and I turn, only to be face to face with the very monster I'm thinking of horizontally tangling with. I fly back and bump my head into the terminal. The pain burst across my skull. Oh no. Ow! I feel clawed hands cradle my face and my eyes stare into the concerned white ones. I'm okay. You just startled me is all. It whimpers. Oh, hot. Does it whimper well? Focus! Focus. Focus. Focus, Sleepy. Focus. Wait, don't be sad. I'm not mad. I was just lost in thought. The Bracken looks up at me, wringing its clawed hands together nervously. My baby. My baby. I step forward and take its hand in mine. Seriously, don't worry. You didn't do anything wrong, okay? A startled squeak escapes me when it leans down, engulfing me in a hug. It rubs its cheek against mine, kissing me on the forehead. You're a lot more affectionate now. It's not a bad thing, It's my turn to blush as it gently runs its mouth along my hand, kissing each finger. My breath catches. Does it have a mouth or is it just like the black? He's cute, it doesn't matter. You learn fast. It chirps before backing away, moving to stand at its full height, looking curiously around the room. It makes the space inside the ship look smaller. It walks over to the terminal, pressing a button curiously. I watch it move over to the hanging LED lights against the wall, poking one with its clawed fingers. Those are some lights I got to make the place look a little cozier. They're not much, but they make it feel more like home. The Bracken nods and its eyes widen curiously as it spies the blue boombox resting on the floor. Oh, this one is a boombox. I move to press the button and music fills the ship. Y'all be putting the best music in these games. It plays fun tunes like this, and you can dance to it. The Bracken tilts its head. Do you know how to dance? It shakes its head. Here, like this. I bend my knees, doing a little quarter squats before pushing my palms out and retracting them one by one in time to music. I'm not very good at dancing, but as long as you're having fun, I'd say that's all that matters. I change my hand movements into fists, moving them up and down. The Bracken clumsily copies my movements, moving its arms stiffly. There you go! I move forward and take the Bracken's hands, resuming the dance with our fingers intertwined. I laugh as we dance together, the Bracken getting more used to the movements the more time passes. I teach it to twirl, and we attempt the world's worst waltz, even mockingly bowing to each other at the end. You're staying in the ship tonight. You can't leave. You're not allowed to leave. He's mine now. I'm sorry. We danced late into the night, eventually squeezing into the tiny cot together and falling asleep. See. Good night. I really enjoyed today. It cuddles closer. A clawed hand strokes down my back, gently dipping under the hem of my pajamas to trace the bare skin. For the first time since arriving here, I don't need a heater. Excited noises. Day 5. Why do I feel like I'm in an anime? We walk over to the building, my hand shielding my eyes from the harsh morning sun. It's so freaking hot. I run to the shade, ducking into it. The relief it provides isn't nearly as much as I'd hoped. The Bracken, on the other hand, doesn't seem to mind the heat at all. The Bracken stands in the sun, happily basking in its rays. It motions me over and I push off the wall, reluctantly joining it under the oppressive heat once more. I reach up to hug the Bracken before pulling back and placing both my hands on its face. Balancing on my tippy toes, I guide the creature down for a kiss. It seems all too happy to oblige me. As I run my hands along the sides of its face, I notice a few tiny white blossoms on the top of its shoulders. Come to think of it, its whole body looks a little more greenish than before. You've been in the sun more lately, haven't you? The Bracken nods, the small leaf tendrils on its head bobbing up and down. It's adorable. I stifle a laugh and gently poke one of the little white blossoms growing on its shoulder. It suits you. I think I'm in love with him. This is terrible. A happy rumbling reverberates from it, and we head out to collect scrap for the day. We spend a few hours collecting sheet metal, bolts, and scrap. We even find a few cans of unopened soda. As time goes by, however, I find my mood sinking lower and lower. Why am I even doing this anymore? There's not much else waiting for me back there, save for the crappy job with crappy pay and a whole frick ton of crappy debt. Do I even want to leave anymore? Is there a point in collecting stuff to try and fix the satellite, so I can send a signal to the company? I look up, prompted by a soft whine. The Bracken is watching me, concerned. I'm okay, I'm just thinking. It tugs my sleeve and cocks its head, gently patting my head before picking up all the scrap, carrying it to the exit. I follow along, curious. We arrive to the ship and it dumps the scrap in the little pile. The Bracken then turns to me and holds up one finger. One? It nods and then points to us both, and then the ship. Hang out in the ship? An affirmative chirp. And then it holds up the 2 fingers. 2. Another nod, and this time it points once again to us both, and then pointing back to the building, and then back to itself. Hang out in your room? It nods, pleased with its communicating abilities. I'm staying. Y'all can't make me go to the... I'm not going back home. Ain't nothing here anyway. I don't want to go back. I got a big pump. I can live off pumpkin. And Bracken. Go hang out in the ship. Bracken's room. Bracken's room. I guess we could go to yours. I don't think I've ever seen it before. I grabbed some items from the ship before we head back inside the building. We walk through the hallways without much trouble, and I eventually enter the large room with beige walls. He has little lights. So this is where you sleep? The Bracken nods. I look around. There's a pile of blankets in the corner and... Are those my lights? I see the fairy lights from my ship. They're not plugged in, but they're laying on the floor, carefully arranged. I watch the Bracken wringing his hands together before it reaches a hand forward, gently stroking my face and then bringing my hand to their heart. Did you do this to make me feel at home here? Now, don't understand. We don't need to go back. We don't need to go back. We don't need to. We don't need to go back. We're not going back. We're not going back. These are some lights. I got to make the place look a little cozier. They're not much, but they make it feel more at home. He stole my lights. It nods. You're so wonderful. You know that? It chirps happily. I sit on the pile of blankets, beckoning it over to join me. I have an idea. The Bracken cocks its head as I move to lie on the blankets, reaching into my bag for the 2 books I brought along. Here's where we save, guys. Okay, here's the options. Grab. Is it wrong to meet cute in the dungeon? The Dungeon King wants to marry me? Alright. This is where we diverge. If you want to see the NSFW, it's on the Patreon. Gang gang. Okay, so first one. Grab. Is it wrong to meet cute in the dungeon? Let's read something. I hoped up the book titled, Is It Wrong to Meet Cute in the Dungeon? My friends back home told me it was a good read and they gifted it to me before I came here. Something about it suiting me or whatever. The Bracken sit next to me, curiously eyeing the comic in my hand. I open the page we read together. Oh, if we do the NSFW one, he see... This makes sense. The first chapter shows a novice adventurer entering a dungeon on their way. They're clearly not well equipped for the upcoming adventure. As they make their way through, they encounter a monster that looks much too strong. This is like when you and I first met. The Bracken rumbles in affirmation. I turn the page and watch as the MC attempts to fight the monster before giving up and flirting. Same. If you can't win something, you flirt your way out of it. Amen. Okay, this is so silly. That's what we did. A clawed finger turns the page. You seem to like this. He's like, I can relate to them so much. Cause like I too met a cute little human in the dungeon. The Bracken shrugs and looks at the image in the book. It shows the monster blushing and flirting back, while other more seasoned adventurers look on in shock. Ah, so that's why you like it. We spent the next few minutes reading the book, finishing a couple more chapters before discarding it to the side, wanting to do something else. I reach over shyly, intertwining our fingers together, and rub my thumb in little circles on its skin. It looks down at our hands inquisitively before shuffling closer and placing both our hands on its lap. Its skin is cool to the touch, the texture similar to the soft, waxy surface of leaves. You know, the last few days have been really great. The Bracken turns to face me. I was just so tired all the time. I thought getting more education would help me find a better job, but it didn't, and I resented working here. But not anymore, because I met you. It wraps its arms around my shoulder, pulling me to rest my head on its chest. We lie back on the blankets. Can I stay here? The Bracken huffs as if telling me, why do you even need to ask? Sir. Obviously, we need to fix the ship and get the signal back. I can't go radio silent on my family and friends. I feel it nod. But I'm pretty sure the company doesn't care about me anymore since there's no way that the ship can fly again. The Bracken grabs me with its strong arms, pulling me up until I was laying on top of it, wrapping me in a tight hug. Do you want me to stay? Again, the same huff. Obviously, it implies. I mean, if you'll have me here, I don't see why not. I laugh as I feel it purring excitedly, trying to hide its joy and excitement. I move up to kiss the Bracken, pecking it on the mouth. It responds by hugging me tighter, rolling onto its side and cuddling me even closer. You're rather clingy, you know. I didn't say it was a bad thing. I like being close to you. The only concern I have, though, is where we're gonna live. I don't want to take you from your home here and ask you to live on the ship, but I also can't move here or I'll probably die. The Bracken sits up, squeezing my shoulders reassuringly before it points to the door of its room to imply monsters in the building, and then back to itself, dragging a single talon across its... He's so good. It looks proud. Where did you learn that? It shrugs and I laugh. I can't ask you to clear out the entire compound. It's dangerous and a lot of work. The Bracken shrugs again before flopping back onto the blankets, looking at me. I'm sure we'll make something work. Since the ship doesn't fly anymore, maybe we can renovate it, make it bigger? It rumbles in agreement. I shuffle closer, cuddling up again, resting my cheek against it. I reach up a hand to gently squeeze at the Bracken's chest. Oh, we bold. Not just grabbing this man's titty. Dang, what bra size you wear? That's something I would do, so I ain't even mad about it. I ain't even mad about it. The sleepy coated, it's fine. Dang, what bra size you wear? Huh? Why did I do that? Ignore me. The Bracken murmurs and wraps an arm around me. I curl into it. Let's go exploring again tomorrow, okay? It chirps softly before kissing my forehead. I sigh happily and close my eyes, drifting to sleep. I feel warm, safe, and happy. Everything is just perfect. That's when everything stops being perfect. Don't say that. Ending 4. Quota filled. There's an epilogue! 2 months later. So, yeah, we've been really happy ever since. I'm sitting in a group call with the Hot Monster Sim chat crew. After some time, we managed to restore the signal. So, can you show us the hottie you're in love with? Only if it's okay with it. I motion to the Bracken to come over. It stands in front of the camera, waving awkwardly. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's pretty cute. The Bracken kneels down to kiss me on the cheek. The group in the chat explodes in awes and a single gross. But seriously? We thought you were dead. Everyone on Earth, including your work, thinks you've perished. I mean, too, even we thought she was dead. We even built her a shrine in Finite Daydream 14. All according to Keikaku. You know, dear creators of this game, I think we need to be friends. I think we need to be friends. And I want to be friends, and that's all that matters, is that we're gonna be friends, because this... It's so good. Just every time I read something new, it gets better and better. So we're just gonna have to be friends, and you're just gonna have to like it. You don't have a choice. Sorry, we're friends now. Whispered to the Bracken. He's like, what is that? Keikaku means plant. That's the whole joke. I flash a peace sign and the chat groans. So you're just staying there? Yeah, I'm much happier here with my love anyway. Plus, the company designated this planet as barren, so I doubt they'd even come looking for me. Man, I want to get stranded on a desert planet and meet a hot monster too. Ha! Maybe one day. Until then, you've got Narkiss from Baldur's Gate 3. Anyway, I gotta go. It's date night. We say our goodbyes and I hang up the call. I sit next to the Bracken, who already had the terminal set up with crispy roll. How did you get crispy roll? I didn't expect you to be so excited when I told you that is it wrong to have a meet cute and dungeon got animated? I laugh and lean over to kiss the Bracken softly before pressing play. Hey, I love you. The Bracken chirps and taps its claw 3 times against my heart, telling me the same. I'm gonna get diabetes, y'all. Y'all about to give me some diabetes. Oh my god. There is so much sugar. It is so sweet. Ugh. We kiss again, then lean back against the pillows, fingers and claws intertwined as the next episode begins. The end. I was working a crappy job, so I quit and fell in love with a monster, and now our love is the strongest in the world. I don't want to smack baby boy with a shovel, but I'm gonna do it. Fear spikes through me. I grab my discarded shovel and swing. Hard. It connects with the creature's head with a sickening thud, the metal sound ringing in my ears. The impact knocks it back a little, stunning it. It's no longer purring. I hear a terrifying, low rumble start before it raises and pitch into an angry screech. No! The screech becomes painful as I cover my ears and wince. A sharp pain surges up my spine, and then nothing. Into, how did you hit it? And not in a sexy way. Here we go with the platonic stuff. Even though we definitely want to just kiss the Bracken. Thank you. Again, I'm alright, see? I step back and spin around with my arms out to the side. No injuries whatsoever. It rumbles again before standing back to its full height, satisfied knowing I wasn't hurt. What else can I teach you? Let's do a thumbs up. Sticking my thumb up and holding my fist out. This is a thumbs up. It means good. I laugh as the Bracken attempts, its claws awkwardly positioning themselves into a poor mimicry of the gesture. There you go. It rumbles gleefully, its shoulders heaving as it laughs. At least I think it's laughing. I still don't have a signal yet, so I can't inform the hot monster sim chat about my ventures with my strange new friend on this distant planet. I wrap my blanket around myself, excited to hang out with my new friend again tomorrow. I slip into a blissful sleep. After a couple hours of exploring, including checking out a random house that looks like it spawned out of thin air, we head back to the ship. Alright, let's get this party started. We head inside the ship and I busy myself with seasoning and roasting the pumpkin. The supply of spices and seasonings are sparing, to put it generously, but I make do with what's available. It smells good as it cooks, at least. The Bracken stands there awkwardly before coming over to see what I'm doing. You can make yourself at home, you know, have a look around. It stalks off, opening the red cupboard at the end of the ship. It takes out a yellow flashlight, flicking it on and then dropping it in surprise. Not all of us can see in the dark like you. I need a light source. Kicks gently at the flashlight as if offended that it managed to surprise it. The Bracken steps over the flashlight, leaving it where it rolled to a stop on the floor and returns to me. Almost done. I'll eat, then we can hang out. Half an hour later, I pull the pumpkin from the oven and place it in a bowl. We sit at a little table and chat while I eat. It pokes fun at me now and then. Yeah, you can just stand in the sun for sustenance. It makes a little chortling sound again. Who would have thought I'd be bantering with a monster friend on some abandoned planet? I say amused while taking another bite. It shrugs before giving a thumbs up and pointing to me and then itself. Yeah, I'm glad we're friends too. It chirps. After dinner, I wash the dishes before settling on the comfortable spot on the floor. The Bracken sits itself beside me, huffing a little. Want to see some cute animals back on Earth? It perks up and nods. I bring out my phone. Even without a signal, my photos are still accessible. These are called cats. They belong to my friend Chube. I tilt my phone, showing a photo of a small tabby and a chubby orange cat. They're friendly, but if they want to be left alone, they'll scratch and bite. The Bracken shrieks back alarmed. I lift my hand, showing a tiny scar on my thumb. This is from my tuxedo cat, Puddles. It got a bit too cuddly. I still love him though. The Bracken tilts its head, confused. Maybe even judging a little. Hey, if you met one, you'd understand. It shrugs, seemingly unconvinced. Anyway, this is a lizard, specifically a bearded dragon. They're very sweet and friendly. And this is a dog. We call it man's best friend back on Earth. I bring up countless more animal photos I've stored and regale my monstrous friend with facts and stories. We spend the night like this together until the stars come out. Laughing into the late hours, I eventually get into bed, curling up on my cot while the Bracken curls up on the spare blanket near the terminal. Good night. I had fun today. It trills in response. The Bracken stands in the sun happily, basking in the rays. It motions me over and I push off the wall, reluctantly joining it under the oppressive heat once more. I gently bump its shoulders with my fist as a greeting. That's weird. As I do, I notice a few tiny white blossoms on the top of its shoulders. Come to think of it, its whole body looked a little more greenish than before. I guess we'll go back to the ship and hang out platonically. Why don't we chill on the ship? I found Larry's contender swap that we can play Mega Mash siblings on. I'll teach you how to play. We head inside the ship, and I hook up Larry's console to the terminal. I hand the Bracken one of the controllers. Oh, that's cute. So we're basically versing one another. I win the first match in record time, while the Bracken simply holds the controller and waits. Cutie pie. Okay, so this button is a punch. This lets you move, and if you string different hits together, you get what's called combos. It grips the controller and points to the Nintendo swap. Again? It nods impatiently. Oh, he wanna fight? Alright, I'm gonna kick your butt. After a couple of matches, we sit in comfortable silence before I speak. You're getting the hang of it. It chirps proudly, having gotten a win in the last round. I stare at the controller in my hands, thinking back to my earlier dilemma. Hey, are you cool if I move here? Anxious, my words start to slide together. I'm talking too fast, but I can't seem to stop. It's just, I don't really have much going for me back home, and I'm pretty happy here, and the Bracken nods. Seriously? You mean it? It nods more aggressively this time. Yes! We'll have to fix the satellite so I can tell my family, but I'll quit my job and we can just forage for food and hang out every day. I've always wanted to say F you to capitalism and move somewhere secluded. We all want to say F you to capitalism! But we don't want to move anywhere secluded because we want to make sure that our society is taken care of and that we are taking care of one another, because that's what's most important. It's not that we hate each other or that we hate other people, it's that we hate the oppression of capitalism and how it is utterly oppressing us people. I flash the Bracken a double thumbs up, and after a moment of trying to organize its long fingers, it mirrors the gesture back to me. Anyway, let's get going. I hold up the controller. Time to run the set. The Bracken holds its controller and presses start. Ending 3. Friends forever. Best friends forever. Best friends forever. Ding. 2 months later. So yeah, we've been having a ton of fun since. I'm sitting in the group call with the Hot Monster Simp chat crew. After some time, we managed to restore the signal. So, can you show us the hottie you've met? Only if it's okay with it. I motion for the Bracken to come over. It stands in front of the camera, waving awkwardly. I'd peck it. Don't listen to them. Don't listen. That's me calling my friend chat. Oh my god. It shrugs and walks back to the boombox, turning on some music. But seriously, we thought you were dead. Everyone on Earth, including your work, thinks you're perished. I mean, Chew, we thought she was dead. We even built a shrine for her in Finite Daydream 14. Nothing like legally dying to get all your debt erased. All according to Keikaku. Translator note, Keikaku means... I love this game. I flash a peace sign as the chat groans. So you're just staying there? Yeah, I'm much happier here anyway. Plus, the company designated this planet as barren, so I doubt they'd even come looking for me. Man, I want to get stranded on the deserted planet and meet a hot monster too. One day. Until then, you've got Narcus from Baldur's Gate 3. Anyway, I gotta go. Gotta hang out with my buddy. We say our goodbyes and I hang up the call and sit next to the Bracken, who's already on the Nintendo swap setup. I thought you'd gotten tired of getting your butt kicked. The Bracken rolls its eyes and then presses play. The end. My friends are my power. Anyway, I gotta go. It's date night. We say our goodbyes and I hang up the call. I sit next to the Bracken on the bed. I giggle as it pushes me down gently, climbing on top of me, kissing my neck. Needy, I wasn't even gone for long. He's a good boy. That's why I love you though. The Bracken chirps and taps its claws 3 times against my heart, telling me the same. The claws run up my legs. Its claws run up my legs, enveloping my waist before it tugs at my shirt. I smirk. Think you can do the thing you did last night again? My eyes widen before it pins my wrist to the bed. Ooh. I laugh, shut my eyes, and enjoy the ride. The end. That time I got transported away to be a monster's love on a distant planet. Hold on, let me see. The end. That time I got transported away to be a monster's love on a distant planet. I won't say that I would sell all of my plants for one big plant boy, but I would. I would for this plant boy in specific. When I say this man is so scrumdiddlyumptious, when I say this was so much fun, this was a lot of fun, and this was only made in 12 days. Oh my goodness. This goes to show, guys, make your art, please, please. Let us thrive on it. Let us live on it, please, for the culture. I love this game. I love the Bracken. I loved our character. I loved the CGs. I loved the backgrounds. They were all so cute. And this is so, it was so good. I loved all the different endings. I think I got all of them. I'm not sure. I'll go back. When I'm editing, I'll look. But yes, all the NSFW scenes will be on my Patreon. So if you want to see those, go ahead and subscribe or go ahead and become a patron. Also, they also have a new feature where you can just pay for the single video. So if this video is what you want, like I have other videos on there too. If you want those, you could go ahead and get them. But this one will also be on there. As always, thank you so, so, so much for spending time with me because this was so good. I love seeing your face. I love having you here. I love being oh so sleepy and oh so cozy. And remember that day by day, moment by moment, we are blossoming like a flower of lavender, calm, collected, and fragrant. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.